Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Blizzard just released patch notes for patch 29.2 of Hearthstone, and that's going to be the patch that brings the new mini set Dr. Boom's Incredible Inventions coming tomorrow. Incredible new inventions coming to Hearthstone. So the mini set itself is fairly usual. 38 all new cards, get them in Whizbang's Workshop packs or as a complete mini set, normal version for $14.99 or 2000 gold, all golden version $69.99 or 10,000 gold. So this is exactly the same as mini sets have been for many years in Hearthstone. Nothing new or special about this. It's all determined by how fun those cards are to play. There is one little new thing here, which is that there is actually a new keyword in a mini set, which usually doesn't take place. But now, in addition to miniaturize, they have Gigantify. So Gigantify is like miniaturize, but bigger. Whenever you play a card with Gigantify, you get an 8 mana 8/8 gigantic version added to your hand. That's huge. Okay, that's kind of okay. I suppose it does go well with the team, so I do like it. I don't think it's going to be nearly as useful as miniaturize, because the power of those minis is that for 1 mana you're going to be able to do something special, and that enables all sorts of combos and things. Whereas 8 mana minions, they typically have to be very powerful immediately to be worth playing or to be worth much of anything. So that just isn't inherently as powerful of a keyword. But this patch is so much more than just the mini set, because unlike most mini set patches, this is also going to bring some balance changes. Not too many, but Deep Mine Bran is going to go from 6 mana to 8 mana, so slowing down the warrior a little bit more, but warrior is still going to be able to destroy any other slow strategies, so that doesn't really change things all that much, right? And then we have Saddle Up going from 3 mana to 4 mana, a little bit limiting the power of that Aggro Hunter. Although Aggro Hunter was not the top deck anyway right before the balance changes, so we'll see how this will affect things and what's going to be the effects of the mini set and then the upcoming balance patch, of course, after the mini set with typical cadence within 9 to 14 days. Actually, the thing that I look forward to the most about this patch isn't something that's even coming tomorrow, it's something that's only coming on June 1st, because in June season, Whizbang's Heroes, the new Twist season. Twist is back with a huge all-new season in June. In Whizbang's Heroes, choose from exciting new heroes, each with their own pre-constructed decks. Yes, pre-con decks, you don't have to build a deck for Twist, you can just go in and play. Hero power unique passive effect like Rarran, I think I will take it. Hero power to discover a spell from your opponent's class that costs 3 or less. And behold my stuff, your legendary cards cost 1 less as an ability unique passive effect. So that has potential to be a lot of fun, and also finally Twist being super accessible. To be specific, free-to-play players don't have access to all heroes. There's going to be 19 heroes and 4 of them are going to be available for free. Then there's 2 that are available if you just have ever owned a pack from the expansions, because Kael'thas from Ashes of Outland and then Kutun from Whispers of the Old Gods. Those are login rewards. Later on, if you just own one of those packs, go to the screen where you open packs, and then you will immediately be granted that legendary. And the other 13 heroes, you have to own that specific legendary card. It's the first version of that card. So for example, like there's Bran Bronzebeard as a hero, but if you own the current Warrior Bran, yeah, that does not unlock the hero. You have to have the original Bran from the League of Explorers. Nonetheless, with 4 free heroes, this is the most accessible Twist has ever been. Pre-constructed decks too, so no advantage from paying, well, other than if those heroes are so much better, but then you're still just 1 legendary card away from that specific deck. So I really look forward to this. I want to play this Twist season. This is definitely the thing that I'm looking forward to the most out of these patch notes. Arena updates are important if you try to maximize the rewards that you get from playing the game, because on May 14th all current arena runs will end and new arena season will begin. So today you would want to start an arena run, leave it open, leave it at 2 losses, how many wins you get, and you will get some rewards and a new ticket. So that's important if you try to maximize your rewards. Also an in-game event, Dr. Boom's Ale of Mischievous Toys from May 21st to June 11th, so that's going to start next week. Some event quests, earn event XP, get stuff from the rewards track. Alright, fairly simple enough. And then there are a couple of important things in the bug fixes and game improvement section. the infamous section nowadays, because this was the section where they told that, hey, we're just going to make weekly quests 3 times more difficult. They didn't say 3 times more difficult, they just said a little more difficult. Anyway, dev comment, as we continue iterating on our progression system and our communications around it, yes, that would be those weekly quests, we're working on some updates that didn't quite make it into this patch. Our next weekly quest update is planned for the next scheduled client patch, patch 29.4.2. And patch 29.4.2 is the balance patch for the miniset. And the balance patch window typically is within 9 to 14 days of the main patch. So between a week and a half and 2 weeks, we should finally see what Blizzard is intending to do with all of the data that they have gathered about weekly quests and whether they're going to solve it. And obviously the timing of this couldn't be much worse. Like, they want to sell us the miniset tomorrow. And we don't know if we want to keep playing the game. Like, that's terrible timing. But if that change is going to be good, then I will buy the miniset. And I highly recommend you to buy the miniset as well if that change is good. If that change sucks, then I guess, I don't know. We'll see what we'll do. Well, this kind of stuff happens. Remember, Blizzard also tried to mess up with players when they introduced the reward track in the first place, but there was significant community outrage, and in the end, the reward track was better than the previous system. Until they now started to make it worse again. But customers matter, and customer voices matter, and Blizzard has listened before. At least when people are like quitting the game in droves, they do listen. And there are lots of this stuff going around. There's this stuff going around in other games too. Helldivers 2, ever heard of that? Like the PlayStation Network requirement. They dropped that in 3 days, by the way. Marvel Rivals. In order to get into alpha, you must commit to never say anything bad about Marvel Rivals. They are in the process of dropping that, although it was a little vaguely worded that they are reworking the contract, and that was done in like 2 days. And there are other things like this. So game companies do try their limits, but if the customers push back, results can be achieved. Blizzard has not done anything for weekly quests for a month now, and it's going to be more than a month before they actually end up fixing it. If they end up fixing it. I hope they do, because if they do, then the miniset will be worth playing. If they don't, well, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, 9 to 14 days, assuming usual cadence, and then we'll figure out what's the current state of Hearthstone. And finally, for all of the achievement card back hunters, updated a secret puzzle to account for the new core set update. So those secret puzzles that Celestalon has been implementing into the game over the past years, they have been often broken by changes to core set, changes to dual tribes, whatever changes here, changes there, and stuff gets broken. Same happens, of course, also with many of the old puzzles, many of the old adventures. When there are balance changes, things tend to get broken. But some of the secret puzzles should be functional again after the patch tomorrow, which can be important for some of you. So, alright, that's an interesting patch. Miniset obviously coming. My enthusiasm for Miniset is at an all-time low because of the weekly quest debacle. I'm sad that that fix couldn't be entered into this patch, because if the change is good and it was in this patch, then that would be perfect and I would be singing praises to Hearthstone right here. But now I have to wait another 9 to 14 days until passing judgment. The Twist season looks very free-to-play friendly, and I'm definitely going to play that no matter what happens. I already have all the cards for that, and it can be played completely for free as well, so that's something that could be interesting in June. So yeah, I'm hopeful, but also, yeah, we'll see, anxious. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.